Hey guys, it's me, Amanda.
And it's me, Mike.
And we are the Heights Do Disney. How do I leave that?
That's fine.
Mike, how many times have we tried to record this video?
This is what, our third time?
Correct.
Third time's a charm, right?
I hope so. I don't like how that sounds either. Why can't I do this? You do it.
She always makes fun of me.
I'm done.
I should be a news anchor. Here we go, ready?
Ready.
Alright, great. Alright, so today we are going to make our way around the World Showcase at Disney's Hollywood Studios in sunny Florida. Why is this so funny? You want me to do this, but then you make fun of me. You're laughing when I do it.
You did the Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying.
I'm thinking about Hollywood Studios today.
Okay, my turn. Whew. Alright. So today we are going to walk around the World Showcase at EPCOT, and we have ranked them from 1 to 11 because there's 11 countries around the World Showcase, and we're going to walk around and tell you which ones rank where and why based off of our experiences. We've kind of based it off of food and character meet and greets and the overall aesthetic of the pavilions themselves.
We each have our own list of how we rank them. So it's not like we ranked them together. We didn't sit down together and go over it. We actually went over and did it separately from each other, and we decided what we individually like, what I like, what she likes, and we ranked them differently. So we're going to kind of explore that.
We have decided to start on the Mexico side for the sole reason of when we go in the morning, we go right to France, we get breakfast. Typically in the afternoons, we'll go starting the Mexico side, or like if we have a fast pass to Frozen. We're just going off of what time it is, and we're recording this in the afternoon, so we're going to start on the Mexico side. Yeah,
so quick question though before we get started to our viewers. Which direction do you usually go? Because sometimes I feel like when we go out and we go to the left, we're like salmon swimming upriver.
Okay, so let's just start in Mexico. 3, 2, 1, second. Yeah! High five.
Yay.
So what about Mexico makes it your number 2 pavilion?
My favorite thing in Mexico is the mariachi band. I enjoy the music. I enjoy what it represents. Now that they've added the Coco portion there too, it's kind of awesome. So I really enjoyed Coco, and I kind of enjoyed seeing that now. So
side note, watch the Coco at the Hollywood Bowl on Disney Plus. It's awesome. Music is fantastic. Yeah. I almost cried. Yeah, so I followed up closely by one of 2 rides that are in the park in that side of the park anyways, which is the 3 Caballeros. That is definitely why this ranked number 2 on my list, is because of 3 cabs. It is my favorite ride in the World Showcase, and it's one of my favorite like dark boat rides. Like, it'll never beat Pirates or Haunted Mansion, but it's number 3 for me. Yeah, it's also a great place too to get out of the sun, because you can go inside. It's got the indoor outdoor thing. Yeah, so you get the indoor, you can go inside and it feels like at nighttime, but it's nice and cool in there. You can do some shopping and you actually can eat. You can ride the 3 Caballeros ride. You can do tequila shots.
I haven't done yet, which she doesn't drink tequila, so I'll have to find someone to do it with me. So if you see me and you want to do tequila shot, just come find me. I'll pay for it. Let's see how that works out. Okay, great. So when we go in July, I know that there's a couple of our viewers that will be there when we're there. We will meet you. We will pick a time. We will meet you in Mexico and take tequila shots together. Yeah. If that's not your thing like me, we can take water shots. Nah.
Anything else you want to say about Mexico?
Now I'm thirsty.
Okay. Now we are on to Norway. 3, 2, 1, 10th. Yours ranked higher. Why don't you tell us why it was 4th?
I ranked their characters and performers very highly for the simple reason that you've got Anna and Elsa, but my favorite characters there, which are no longer there anymore, are the Vikings. Yeah. I think the Vikings are hysterical. They don't speak English. They kind of just aimlessly wander around. They're silly, they're goofy. I think it's a great thing. Maybe people just don't understand it, but I love Viking history anyways. I also rated it highest in rides and attractions. I think their Frozen ride is better than 3 Caballeros.
Nope.
So much more fun. Maybe a lot longer of a wait, but that someone's usually down 3 Caballeros. But it's just, I think those two things together for me just make Norway a really cool country.
The frozen stuff in it, I think, is great. The aesthetic of it, it just doesn't really like do anything because it's literally just like a straight shot and like just like a tiny little bit in to go to Frozen or to go and do character meet and greets. It's just
fair. I mean, but I still think it's a good looking.
Like, so when I ranked these and this came out as 10th, I was surprised. But then I kind of wasn't surprised at the same time.
But then you have the church too that you can go into. It's really cool to go and see some of the history there. You have the big, what you call it, the big wooden figurine.
Yeah, we call them Auto 2.0.
Auto 2.0, yeah.
So we call them Auto 2.0 because my grandparents had one of their pine trees in their backyard made into, what is it, probably like 3 feet tall? 2.5 feet tall. Little, like, gnome.
Yeah, he's kind of a gnome. I don't know exactly what to call him.
I don't know what to call him
either.
He's
a little trolley thing with a long nose.
Yeah, troll. Yep, so he's now in my mom's garden since my grandparents have passed, and his name is Otto. And so we call the one in Norway 2.0. China. 3, 2, 1.
Last.
Go. Last?
Last.
That pavilion is gorgeous. There is no way that that deserves to be last over what my number 11 is.
There's nothing about China. I think, like, for me, China's just a walkthrough. Like, let's just go, okay, let's get past China to get to Germany.
Okay, you did not have a good experience with China's beer when you drank around the world.
China's beer, I got, I can't remember what it was
like
called.
A glass of...
No, yeah, it was a glass bottle way in the back of the shop because it was late at night. And it wasn't good. I mean, I drank it, but it wasn't good. We met Mulan a long time ago. You met her the second time. They got rid of the clay soldiers, so there's nothing cool there. We haven't really done the China whatever they call it. I'm just call it Circle Vision because that's what I think it's kind of the same technology. But there's just nothing there. And like the food, sure, I love Asian ethnic food, but it seems like, and maybe this is just a lack of my experience in there, everything I see when I look at the menus is American Chinese food. Like, I want to eat Chinese food. I don't want the Americanized version of that food. So,
yeah. I don't eat really like any Asian food much at all. So it's 7th. It's right in the middle of the road for me. And the only reason that it's not lower is because of that meet and greet with Mulan, especially the one that we had on Josiah's first trip, where, if you don't know the story, the really quick version of it is that Mulan did like a private meet and greet with my mom and JP and I, and the photographer like got JP's name before Mulan came out, and so she came out talking to him by name, and it was just absolutely amazing.
I think overall though, I know that we're only the 3rd country in it, but I think this is our biggest difference in countries. Maybe we'll see something different, but I think generally... I think
this is the biggest.
I think there's 2 of them. I know what the other one is, but I think this is one of our major differences that we have a difference of opinion on.
Yeah.
So.
But that, and it all is because of the experience that I had versus... I feel like if you had been there for that experience, you might have ranked it higher. Germany. 3, 2, 1, 9.
6th. Which is really funny that you rank Germany lower, being that you're German.
I know.
And I rank Germany higher, and I'm not German at all.
Here's my thing with Germany. You can meet Snow White, but the line is always either really long or she's not there. There's really not a quick service restaurant. There's, like, you can get the caramel corn and you can get beer and a pretzel. You have to...
beer and a pretzel.
Which the pretzel is good. We got a free pretzel once.
So is the beer.
I don't drink beer, so that doesn't help.
They're Germans. They're good at it.
There's, like, one shop that is all, like, high-end stuff or wine, and so it just... I wish that there was more to it. Sure,
I agree with that. I think I wish Germany they kind of went more in depth in Germany, but I think if you look at, like, it feels like a little small German town, like something out in the countryside.
A really small town.
There's a lot of those in Germany. I mean, that's how a lot of Germany is. That's a lot of China is as well. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I rank them 3rd for food because I love the beers. I love the bratwurst. I love German food, and I think it's your fault that I love this stuff.
You love German food, but how much German food have you eaten at the Pavilion?
We've had a pretzel, I've had bratwurst, I have had beer a couple times now, and the beer's always delicious.
Okay, so...
My marker is based off of the amount of beer that I'm drinking at the location.
That's not a bad marker. So if we were going by that, though, then there's a Pavilion here that should be number 1 based on
I know exactly what
how much I've drank.
The other thing that does it for me is, and this is not really an attraction, but...
The cuckoo clock?
No, the cuckoo clocks are cool, because my grandparents had a cuckoo clock as a kid, and I always loved those. But The train, the little train that runs, that literally gets me. It's like I get to be. That's a childhood thing for me. Like my parents got us trains, and we play the HO trains and stuff like that. And Josiah loves trains, and he likes seeing them too. I love the little trains. So that's like those little things. It just makes me happy, makes me smile, makes me think of being a child again. And so when those memories are invoked, that makes me happy. That's why I ranked higher.
Okay, well that's really sweet. All right, Italy. 3, 2, 1. Third.
I think third's a little overrated, but
I you know, looking at what I have as fourth and fifth, I kind of agree, but I didn't change it. The food that we've had there has been decent. Like, we've had decent food. It hasn't been bad. I really want to go to Via Napoli and have pizza. So if you've been there and gotten pizza, let us know, because we probably should. And I just think it's gorgeous. I think the aesthetic of it was it's my second favorite. And it just is stunning and looks straight from Italy.
I think you can walk back far enough in it to where you lose
contact.
You lose contact with the theme park, with the main route around EPCOT, so you get more of an experience back there. The best thing that I had was that to drink was the espresso martini.
USA.
So, on to America.
Okay, well, this is where we really should figure out where our patriotism is, where we rank our own country. United States. 3, 2, 1. Eighth. Whoa!
Yeah.
Right on.
I mean,
I just like to say this originally was 10th on my list, but I had to change it to be higher only because of the Voices of Liberty, which I completely forgot about when I was doing the rankings. That show is so underrated. It is so cool to watch when you're in that atrium, and like we sat back and watched it while they were in the middle, and we just like sat against the wall and listened, and their voices are amazing. Of course, like, it's Disney, they're not going to hire amateurs, but that's amazing. The American Adventure Show is a really nice spot to just sit back and take a nap and then wake up and cry during that last song.
So I ranked their attractions as the third highest for me, because I really enjoyed that attraction, going, sitting there listening and watching all that stuff there. That was great. Food is always pretty good.
I want to try Regal Eagle when we go.
Yeah, I like to try Regal Eagle, but I mean, I've had good beer there too. The maple bacon stout was fantastic. I've had the turkey legs. I love the turkey legs at
Any
Disney.
of the drinks, like the frozen drinks at that little
yeah, those frozen drinks are good.
little booth is good.
Some of the other little snacky snacks that I've had at some of the little outdoor stuff were all really good. So, but I mean, characters, performers, I forgot about the singers, but I'm not that musically understanding as you are, so I ranked them the lowest, actually. And then overall aesthetic, while it's nice looking, it's literally just a big giant building.
It's a colonial building.
It's like a colonial ranch. Like, you don't really.
But it's probably also because we live in New England.
Colonial New England.
Japan. 3, 2, 1.
Third.
Fourth. This is what makes Japan fourth for me. Remember when I said back in China that I don't eat Asian food? I still don't eat Asian food. But remember when Mike said that he based it off of the place where he drank the most? That's Japan for me. That violet sake, if you've seen the video of me making the churros with the violet sake, like, we bought the syrup to make it at home. I could drink that drink all day long. I love it. So that brought it up a little bit higher for me.
Sure.
The drummers there are fantastic. However, here's my gripe with Japan. Japan has the drummers on the outside. I know they have the garden, but I've never looked at the garden before. But it's like we always go into the shop, and then we get the violet sake on the way out and leave. And I want more than just shopping. Yeah. I want an experience that's not just, let's look at the $300 kimonos that we're not going to buy.
But you also have the whole cultural side where you go in a little building there and you see all the different culture.
Okay, there's the
Japan.
one little...
you have the garden, you have the drummers.
The drummers are amazing though. You can hear them from everywhere.
It's awesome. That's why I really liked it. I mean, I like their food. I like Japanese food. Do you remember the bao bun and stuff that we got there?
That's okay.
Those were really good. I really need to, again, this is one of the things where I just need to eat more at the different pavilions, so.
Shocker. Morocco. 3, 2, 1, 6.
Seventh.
Morocco's aesthetic is number 1.
I agree.
The tile work, that whole so let's back up a little bit. 9 years ago now, it's been 9 years, I went to Spain for 13 days, I think it was, when I was in college, and Spain is literally you can throw a rock across the water and hit Morocco.
So you throw a Morocco?
So the stylings are very similar because they're very close.
Yeah.
And when you go into that back room, like on like the left side of the pavilion, where it's
little
all
bathhouse,
where it's all tiled, there are pictures that I have in Spain that we would sing in areas like that, and they're very similar. And so it just brings me right back to that memory from college and actually traveling to that area of the world. And so that just to me is stunning. The bazaar is really, really cool. Obviously you've got Aladdin and Jasmine doing meet and greets, which is awesome. I haven't had any of the food there.
Anytime you get a falafel or any sort of, I like Moroccan food.
Hummus fries.
Hummus fries were good. Anything, I like that whole spice. And I think anything, for me, anything that really sits on the Mediterranean where culturally they all traded with each other, and that's where you get a lot of the flavor influences.
The music in Morocco is fantastic. When we were walking around in September and they were doing the Prince Ali Fabulous.
Yeah, but they had like a different like they weren't singing exactly like that. They had their own like twist on it. It was great.
But they literally repeated it like for 5 minutes.
Music moves people, whether it's your music or somebody else's music. When you hear music that's culturally different, but it makes you feel happy and real inspired. I mean, that's great music.
Yeah. Okay, France. 3, 2, 1.
First.
Number 1.
Yeah, food and drinks, number 1. I could eat everything there. And everybody's so nice there, and they all, I mean, this is the cool part, all the countries, everybody is, a lot of people, almost everybody that is working in those countries is based off of where they're from. They're from Morocco. They're from France. They're from, Italy. They're from Japan. They're from China. So it's really cool to actually have that experience as well.
But I feel like you get such a, like, especially, I'm going to just go back to the bakery because that's where we spend the most time when we're there, is you are having so many interactions while you're in there. And I think that pavilion is going to just skyrocket.
Especially with the addition of the Beauty and Beast ride, Beauty and Beast show, and the Ratatouille ride, yeah.
And like where the Ratatouille ride is, they're also going to have the new crepe place. And it's just going to, it's going to double how big France is, and I'm for it.
And then we tried the ice cream place there for the first time with Josiah.
Yeah, we got the
and that sorbet was fantastic. Oh my gosh, it tasted like ice cream. Like, I don't know if there's cream in it. It shouldn't be because it's sorbet.
I don't think so.
Because it would have been sherbet if it had cream in it. But that was delicious, and he literally destroyed that.
Yeah. And their food booth for like all the different festivals throughout the year always has something good on it.
Yeah.
Between either the food or there's usually some sort of like a slushy drink, like the La Vie en Rosé or...
Yeah, then you have the guy out there who does all the drawings, and then you have the performers doing...
And the carousel people.
The carousel people. You have the performers climbing on the chairs and stacking the chairs. Is really funny.
You've got Belle.
Belle. I haven't eaten
Aurora.
And Aurora, and I haven't eaten any of the restaurants yet, but I need to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm with Captain Picky here, so we'll have to figure it out.
UK. 3, 2, 1.
9th.
Whoa. This is another one that we
big one,
highly disagree on.
And I know why. I mean, they're kind of middle of the road for me. Rides and attractions.
9th is not middle of the road. That is...
I mean, some of them middle of the road. But what kills them for me is there's no real rides or attractions.
But there will be.
Okay.
But I didn't rank it 5th because of
based
what
off
could be.
Based off of my experience, there's not any rides and attractions. I'm like, there's nothing. I mean, your characters you can meet. Got Belle. I'm not Belle. Wow. You can meet Mary Poppins.
And you can also meet Alice. I love being able to meet Mary. The fish and chips at the Yorkshire shop, I think, is a great spot to just grab a quick lunch.
I love the fish. I ranked their food 5th for me. I gave them really good, I think they do have good food. And what we've had in the restaurant we ate in, it was delicious. Yeah. It was fantastic. I mean, I was exceptionally full and I didn't really want to eat it, but...
Yeah, because we had already
destroyed it.
Yeah, we'd eaten breakfast 2 hours earlier and it was so hot that day.
So, but I mean, everything else, I mean, it's good looking. It's good looking. You have the place where you can go in the back, so you get a little bit of an escape off of the main walkway. So I think, for me, that's the biggest thing. But, I mean... What kills it is them not having any rides or attractions.
Yeah, once Mary Poppins attraction hopefully comes.
Yeah, that'll be a lot more fun. It'll probably move up.
Yeah, and I also really enjoyed at the Ireland Pavilion this past year at Food and Wine Festival that chocolate cake with the Bailey's cream on it. And last
but
Last.
Last but last.
Is Canada. 3, 2, 1, 11.
10th.
Yeah. I was surprised that it wasn't your 11. I don't know how you could put China. There's nothing in Canada.
Here's where Canada for me slightly edges out China. The live band that's playing, that we were standing there and Josiah was dancing, that was a lot of fun. Listening, that music is fantastic. Great. But that's the only reason it really, like, overall aesthetic, I'm like, it's Canada, like, it's America Light. I'm sorry, Canadians, if you're Canadian, I don't really.
We definitely do have some Canadian followers, so I'm really, really sorry that we were Canada.
I don't mean. I think what it is that it doesn't represent Canada enough, and I think most Canadians would feel the same way. It's just like America. I don't think America represents America. There's so much more, and I think the fact that America and Canada are very large countries, and I think there's some great heritage in the United States and in Canada that is not represented well.
I think the thing for me with Canada is, it does have a couple of good memories for me. That one of us dancing with Josiah to the band, and also us getting caught in the rain on our honeymoon and being like, hey, let's just run in here, thinking that we were just like running into a shop. We had no idea that we were getting into the O Canada show.
Which is Martin Short, so he made it better.
I think I would rate it higher once we go to Le Cellier and eat there, because I hear that that's the best restaurant in the World Showcase.
I think the other thing too is weird about it, and this is maybe me, is that to get into like the pavilion, you have to walk up the stairs and around the corner. So it's kind of like, if you think about it this way, you have to walk up and then there's like little shops this way, kind of goes back and then drops back down into the O Canada show, which is kind of like, it's kind of like up and away.
Yeah.
Like it's, but then you don't really see it. You can't really look into the Canada Pavilion. Like it's so like, almost like it's a private club.
Yeah.
Same in Le Cellier, you have to go down, then down or in. It's like,
yeah.
Whereas like most of the pavilions, like it's out front, you know where to walk, you kind of have a good idea. What was that beer that week I could never get? And I wound up getting it.
Oh gosh, Wade will be so mad if we don't remember what that beer is.
Le Fin du Monde.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that good. I'm sorry. People are like, oh, it's the greatest beer ever. It's ranked like number something 2 or something like that of the world. And I'm like, yippee, it was a Bud Light. You know?
Give me the Hefeweizen.
I'm a Hefeweizen. I'm a stout guy. I'm not an IPA guy. This was more of like a blonde style beer. I'm not really sure. It wasn't that good. I apologize to all your beer drinkers.
So that's our rankings. Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us? Did we miss something? Like, did we completely forget about something?
Yeah, is there an experience or even a place to eat that we should eat that maybe will change your mind or change our ranking and how we see things? For me, I'm culinarily adventurous. I'm just making stuff up.
Culinarily adventurous.
Yes, I'm just making up words. But I mean, I'll eat anything. I enjoy eating food. I think you're a lot more picky than I am, so I think it's harder for us to. I want to go there, but she doesn't because she's like, there's nothing I'll eat. I was like, but you can probably order chicken fingers and french fries off the kids menu.
No, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't want to do that. That's the thing.
I mean, you could be like, Rob from Main Street or Midway to Main Street and just
get a chicken fingers at the electric umbrella
all the time and be like, yay, this is the best thing ever. But
they are.
Rob has the palate just like you. He'd eat chicken fingers, french fries, and peanut butter and jelly and apple juice. It's fine. Yes, I'm giving you a hard time, Rob, but you're probably never going to watch this. But if you do, please comment back. It was nice to meet you and Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, the only restaurant we've eaten at is Rose and Crown. We haven't eaten at any of the other restaurants.
I know. Every time I walk by, I'm like, it smells so good.
Yeah, so let us know if you agree with us, if you don't agree with us, really just let us know what kind of like your top country is and what your least favorite is. Because that's kind of where we're going to argue with you the most and tell you that you're wrong, because France is always going to be number 1.
I think food-wise, France will always be number 1 unless I get some great experiences elsewhere. Maybe do a little more food exploration.
I feel like France is safe. I feel like that's probably why.
I think that's fair.
France has something for everybody, and it just feels
Francy.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. I know I said this in last week's video too, but we are getting real close to 200. We're now over the 175 mark, so thank you guys so much for subscribing.
It's coming up quick.
We've gotten like 25 subscribers in the last week.
Yeah, so keep telling everybody, tell your friends, let everybody know. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, share it on social media. If you know anybody that needs to hear that France is the best country in the World Showcase, if you're Canadian, we apologize.
We apologize.
We don't mean it negatively. Like, I have nothing against any of these countries. It's our experiences in the country.
Yep.
if you'd like us to, and you have an opinion about the Canadian Pavilion, and something that we need to do, which we do need to go to Le Cellier and eat, because I need the poutine.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of poutine.
Yeah.
Then let us know. But thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week with another fun video.
Yay!
Alright, we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye!